like for you to do on the top of your rubrics is clearly label on the rubric that is common the score that you gave for either the chocolate cake, the red cake, or the lemon cake. So make sure everything is clearly labeled. And then on the rubrics that the 2 rubrics that you chose, make sure that that's clearly labeled. Probably on those rubrics would be good. So if you turn in a packet, you've got the number that you've got scored on a page. Does that make sense?
We're getting ready to enter all of this data for you
into
the spreadsheets. And so we need to know whose it was and what score you gave which cake. Does that make sense?
Once you're done with that, pull out a piece of paper and write
she's been sure too, but she's not she thought she was
okay, as you guys are finishing up, pull out a piece of paper and just write a 1-paragraph reflection on, now that you've kind of gone through this process and you've had to think about rubrics and think about scoring things, how do you think differently about it now than you did when you walked in this morning? What's something that you learned or something that kind of jogs your brain a little bit in terms of rubrics, the scoring of rubrics, the scoring of types of things? So just a paragraph, 5-minute reflection. This you will not turn. I'm going to collect all of the rubrics so that I can enter all the data into these charts. I'll give them back to you if you want to keep them. But for now, I'm going to collect them up, and then we're going to disperse into our roundtables. And while the roundtables are going, then I'll work on getting this data up so that we can have a discussion about that when we get back. We have 2 people that are presenting today. They're going to go into Matt and Lena. Lena's group is going to go into a separate room, and Matt's group is going to stay here. I'm going to have them introduce what they're going to do, and then you can choose which one you want to go to. They're going to talk about something that they do instructionally in their classroom that involves reading and writing. Go ahead.
I am a social studies teacher, and so we read books, fiction, nonfiction, mostly nonfiction. And so the activity I'm doing today is having you look at magazines, specifically Scholastic magazines, and have you preview the material, and then walk through the activity of actually making conclusions and asking questions of what you're reading.
I teach 8th grade science, and sometimes it's hard to get reading and writing into a science curriculum, so I thought of different ways to do that. What I'm going to share with you today is an activity with Rube Goldberg machines. If you're familiar with that, there's lots of them out there on different commercials. I'm going to show you a couple examples, and then we're going to take some actual Rube Goldberg, he was a comic he wrote comic strips as well as, you know, these inventions that he made. But we will explore some of those, and you'll write creatively to explain what's happening in one of his cartoons. It's already been created, but you'll be the person that's writing step by step what's happening. We'll be looking at different simple machines like levers and incorporating the science aspect of the 6 simple machines in the Rube Goldberg activity.
So decide which one you want to go to, and as you guys are moving, turn your rubrics in right here.
You want our names on the rubric so you know.
Put your name on the rubric so that I can fill it in these appropriate spots. And then if you want to stay and learn about Rube Goldberg, stay here. And if you want to hear Lena's discussion, follow her into, it's just the room across the hall.
So you're probably going to need something to write on and write with.